Hey guys, so I want to go ahead and first of all thank everybody that's been enjoying the content. It's crazy just that like people are watching it and subscribing things like that. It's just I don't know, it's just crazy to me. But I wanted to thank everybody. I got a suggestion on my last video to talk about trade. So I did have to take a little bit of time off for work and family, but I want to go ahead and devote this video to talk a bit about trade and trade routes and things like that. Um, so I view trade routes as essentially a resource to help me shore up where I might be struggling a little bit and things like that. So sometimes I don't even look at trade routes. Um, but essentially, when you start, the only thing that you can trade with is the smoldering city, and as you continue along, you will have these little markers on the overmap. So on the bottom left, it'll say on this one, for instance, the green one is that the First Dawn company is planning to embark in 4 years. What that means is that if you complete a map, so you um, essentially it works like this, like if you abandon a map before this 4 years comes, there will be nothing here. The timer here will be a little bit less. So let's say for instance you clicked here on this is the city that I started right here, this red one. So the red markers are your cities, and after 3 years I decided to abandon it, right? So this marker would not be here. This would go from 4 to 1, meaning that in 1 year there's going to be a settlement here. However, if I complete or if I abandon this settlement after 4 years, there will be a little marker over here showing this city. And it works like that for all of them. So the blue one is for the Vanguard of the Stolen Keys, green one is for the First Dawn Company, and the orange one is for the Brass Order. And if we have a quick look, so the Brass Order, if we were to trade with them, we have one over here and we have a second one from them. They're both giving us rocks and um, Spark Dew. Now, unfortunately, I didn't have the time to really kind of go over everything that each of these can provide. I believe the wiki, there is a wiki, and so I believe they will have information on that. The green one, which is the First Dawn, they tend to be I find pretty good. So they'll have like the pottery one right here. They'll also have, for instance, the fiber, which can be really, really useful. Um, but yeah, so those ones, but the ones that's really good, that's really cool is the, what are they called? The Vanguard of the Stolen Keys. And the Vanguard of the Stolen Keys has some pretty cool tradings with them. So this one right here, Stormhaven, has rocks or meat. And this one over here has tools and meat, and you only need, for instance, for the tools one, 5 planks, and 5 planks are, if you have something that can make planks a little bit better than the makeshift building, than the makeshift workshop, then this can be really, really strong. Because if we will look into the game a little bit, because I'm going to start up a game and just kind of roll with it and kind of explain, excuse me, how I view trade. Um, these kinds of benefits are really good. So, for instance, if I know that there are 2 meat settlements over here, then that means that I don't have to invest into meat as much. I can invest into things that can trade with meat, still allowing me to have a benefit of meat, which means that I don't have to pick things like trappers' camps. I don't have to pick or I can pick things like butchers, for instance, because I know that I will have access to it. So if a butcher is given with some other buildings that I might not need, normally I wouldn't pick a butcher because maybe I don't have access to meat. But in this case, I would pick a butcher because I might have access to 10 meat per minute, which can be really, really strong. So yeah, the settlements that you have are going to be the rounds marked with the red. I have 3 of them here. They can be pretty interesting. I'm not entirely sure what triggers them to have them, but yeah, so like this settlement right here trades ale and clothes for me. So I actually built moss first, if you look down here, and then I built Karen a little bit later, and I was able to utilize the trade route from Moss to have a pretty easy victory. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and roll in. So we have this. Uh, I kind of want to take this settlement right here, this Scarlet Orchard one. It's deemed impossible, but I think it should be shouldn't be too difficult because we have so many trade routes. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, we should be able to reach Blackburn. We should be able to reach Wyan, and maybe we could even reach Amber Rock over here. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trade routes. I'm gonna go a little. Hopefully, we'll get a supplier, and I'll kind of explain the strengths of the supplier and trade value and things like that as we get into the game. So let's roll into it. I'm gonna pick tools and gears. I have been finding that grabbing amber is actually pretty strong too. But yeah, we'll see what we can do. It's devastating. It's considered impossible, but we should be all right. I might end up only going about 3 or 4 years into this video, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. So we need clothing, housing, and clothing. Okay, so we need clothing. Just because I don't really want this video to drag on too long. I feel like some of my videos do drag on pretty long, so I want to just go ahead and not do that. But yeah, we're just going to build out a base as quickly as we can, get things rolling. Go ahead and grab the trade post. Alright, if we get a supplier early, okay, I'm going to go ahead and hold off on this just because I want to see what our cornerstone is going to be. Our cornerstone is grain. Okay, perfect. We'll grab the grain bags then. And for grain bags, we'll grab the small farm. Forager's camp would be good, herbalist camp would be good. We'll see, I probably should have actually waited for the orders, because the orders can sometimes give me things like a farm, which are really good. So we'll see, but yeah, okay, so we got farm. So I'm actually going to grab this here, the pack of crops, because I kind of want to show the value of trade and how strong trade is. Yeah, that's better. We'll grab that order. And this one will be easy, so we'll grab that one. And let's see what our second building is. Yeah, that's right. Herbalist camp is good. Forager's camp is good. These are both, Foragers and Herbalists are really good on this map. So we're just gonna go ahead and crack open a couple of glades real quick and just see what we're dealing with. And we got Foragers, okay. So wheat needs a Forager's camp, and we'll see what this one needs. Roots, okay, so we're gonna grab the Forager's camp. Forager's camp also has a really good bonus because we did pick the grain bags. Every time that we start picking these little nodes here, so essentially once this is done, because this is 30 charges here, we will have an additional point already on our grain, which is phenomenal. Yeah, this is a complete reroll. We don't need those. Market, we'll grab the carpenter. Okay, so carpenter is, in my opinion, one of the absolute strongest buildings in the game at the moment, and I am glad that we got it early. So we will discuss the powers that are the carpenter. Alright, so the carpenter, the reason why it's so strong is because the items needed to make training gear, and I've already kind of mentioned this in another video, is plant fiber and wood. I highly recommend having about 2, sometimes even you can even have 3 wood cutting camps, just so that you're always rolling in wood. But yeah, so you require pretty much not a whole lot of resources. These are essentially very, very common resources. And what you can then do is you can take 5 training gear and take them and transform into 2 pack of luxury goods. And so I'll kind of explain a little bit more about why that's so valuable. I need some houses. Okay. I might call the traders early, we'll see. But this is a scaling game. You know, the more that you um, like, you start off with just a few things, and then as the game moves on, you get more people, and they're able to essentially do more and more and more, and um, do it more efficiently, things like that. So at the start, like your first year, for me, my first year is usually just gathering a bunch of wood, building some houses, and that's pretty much it. And then once the second year rolls around, you get another cornerstone, and that can really help to push, you know, in which direction your settlement is going to go. Just having a quick glance to see if I can spot any grass. I'm not really looking too hard. I'm probably missing some grass somewhere here. But this is just a little something you can do. I don't know if it's cheat or an exploit, but you can kind of spot grass sometimes in the middle of the trees, so it can help you to go in a certain direction. So one of the extremely strong things about trade is that it essentially works as a secondary workshop. So for instance, we know that Sahilda is going to be coming. Sahilda is going to have some food. She's going to have some planks. She's going to have some potentially some bricks and things like that. So if we don't have planks, we don't have bricks and those kind of things, she can be extremely helpful in making sure that um, we can get them. So for instance, we have this lumber mill, right? We're gonna grab the lumber mill. The workshop's really good, but we're gonna grab the lumber mill. Just because I want to grab the supplier. Okay. Got some people. We're probably... Okay, come on, open it up before it's... Oh, come on, guys. So this happens to me all the time. Really, come on, I need you to open that up right now. Right before, perfect. I don't need these creeping shadows to come in. It happens to me so often, it's ridiculous. Okay, so we open up a couple of glades. We've got some fertile ground, which is phenomenal. We even got okay, no, we can't utilize all 4. That sucks. But yeah, we can get a farm going, which is great. Here we go. Tools, bricks. We're gonna take this. This is great. So let's do this. I'm gonna go ahead and investigate that. It might be nice to get 10 amber, but honestly, pottery from in the supplier is really strong. So we will go ahead and utilize that bonus. So, okay. Where else do we have? Oh, cash. Yeah, let's do it like this. There we go. I just want to make sure that I maximize my people. Okay. So we're gonna get some bricks. Hopefully Sahilda will get us a couple of planks. We could actually, you know what, actually planks are something that we can get. How do we want to do this? Oh, I totally forgot we have the lumber mill. See, this is why it is important to remember the buildings that you have. I really do feel like when I'm playing on this fast mode, there's so many things that I forget just because I'm trying to keep talking. Hopefully, um, my I will slow down a little bit so that my brain doesn't go too crazy. But yeah, I am trying my best to improve as time goes on. But I also I'm trying to keep the videos short. Excuse me. Yeah, we'll grab this. We can easily accomplish that. In fact, we're kind of working towards getting that. Perfect. Pack of crops will be easy. Humans resolve is good. We'll take that. We already grabbed the bonus for pack of crops, so yep. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. Let's roll through the winter. Somebody's not working. You know what we need? We need some more shelter. Let's just have some more shelter ready. There we go. So yeah, we're on impossible now, which is difficulty times 3. So it makes things a little bit harder, but not too crazy. If folks are having a little bit of a hard time with the Queen's Impatience going up, I recommend swapping out in the Ancient Hearth for a human. I'll show you what that does. Okay. Wood production, very, very good. But having barrels for planks is also extremely good. Having barrels for planks is pretty broken in my opinion. But yeah, okay, we'll grab that. And yeah, I think we need more humans because we need farmers eventually. Okay, so we got a couple things. Let's check out Sahilda. Okay. So the way that I view this, right? The way that I view trade is okay, I don't have access to insects. I don't have access to fabric at the moment. I don't have access to bricks at the moment. So I'm going to utilize this as a workshop, right? I produce goods in my area in order to produce other goods from the trader. And that's kind of how I view the trader is that and that's why the trader is so strong is because the trade is only about 20% penalty. I believe it's right around 20%, something like that. So let's have a look here. So if we I know she doesn't have wood. What do we have? So bricks, for instance, is about a 5 to 7 ratio. Okay, so that's about a 40% markup on them. Yeah, so it's about 20 to 40%. Some items are kind of the same, others are not the same. So I'm looking at this, right? So I want to be efficient, and I want to get this lumber mill up, and I want to utilize fabric. The thing is, if I use the crude workstation, I'm going to need 6 plant fibers, right? Which is fine. You know, we're making plant fibers. Our woodcutters are chopping down and getting plant fiber, things like that. But I can also trade for plant fiber, and that can be really, really strong. She also has access to an herbalist camp. This is one of the reasons why I personally find starting with Amber can be really strong. Is because I love getting all of the camps early. Getting all of the camps early, I just personally find makes the game a lot more fun. We're gonna grab some fabric and we're gonna sell all of our. We're just gonna trade for it. Let's see what we can get for it. I find that wood, because it's so abundant, it's so easy to get, is one of the best things to trade for. So that was kind of expensive for me at the present moment just because I'm so light on resources, but it will certainly make things a little bit better in the long run for me. So there we go. We need a makeshift hearth and a storage. Let's go ahead and build a storage over here. Let's do storage right there. Yeah. Because I'm probably going to end up putting my farm right in that little spot right there. And I'll try and open this up and then get I'm gonna put a makeshift hearth right there. Okay. Nope. All right. One of the things that I found out that for some reason I had completely overlooked, and I don't know why this is the case, but copper bars, it takes 6 copper bars plus wood, right? Let's see, it takes 3 planks and 6 copper bars to make 2 simple tools. You want to know something interesting? You can trade about 1 copper bar per tool at the trader. So it is way more efficient to just stockpile copper bars and then trade them for simple tools than it is to make simple tools, at least from just a standard basic efficiency, which I think is just wild. Okay, so now we've got a money printing machine. We've got this carpenter going. So we need plant fiber, wood, and we need to make training gear. Let's see what we can do with this amazing bonus. So first, we're gonna do that. Okay, so this is right now everybody working, right? We've got people working on the lumber mill. All of our woodcutters are working, things like that. What we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna go ahead and take one guy off of lumber from the lumber mill. He's not gonna make planks. We're gonna set this at 20. Set this at 100. And we're just gonna see how much value can these guys generate for me. And we're gonna take off a couple of these guys like that. All right, so it's let's see, it's a year 2. Drizzle has about 40 more seconds left. Let's see how much amber can we get from this little trade right here. Okay, so by the time the next trader comes, Sahilda's going to come again. We will see how that works. Okay, so we're gonna have to put it here actually. Okay. And look at that, grain bags, we're almost at a point where we have a +1 bonus, which is just amazing. And we're gonna have hostility, which sucks, but that's just the point. That's just what's gonna happen. We don't really have much in the way of food. We don't have much of anything else going on. What I am gonna need though is a makeshift post. One of the things that I definitely recommend is, fulfill a couple orders when you're doing like an impossible map. Get yourself some early buildings. It will certainly help. Okay. Unfortunately, one of our problems is that we are creating a lot of planks, and that's going to start running. We might be a little overzealous on this at the moment, but we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do with that. Let me not really finish this, which would be great. So let's have a look at what we can trade. So we know that we want to open up some glades. We have this dangerous glade over here that we want to open up. Opening dangerous glades means you always want to have some tools. We have already used some tools on a little cache. So in this particular case, it's going to cost us 5 planks, right? You can use other things. So for instance, if you have a large abundance of coal, I recommend using coal. If you have a large abundance of fabric, I recommend using fabric. In this particular case, we don't have a fabric building. We don't have a coal building. What we do have is we have very efficient planks. 3 wood to make 2 planks. It is extremely efficient. It also takes 20 seconds to make. So what that means is we are basically trading 15 wood for 2 simple tools. 15 wood. In this case, it would cost us 3 wood and either 6 copper bars or 8 crystallized dew, and the time of 1:40 to make 2 simple tools. That is just extremely good value right there for us. We're looking at a couple other settlements, nothing else that we really need, but this clay route right here is going to be amazing if we can get a supplier. Stone cutter is done, but I could have swore we had. Yep, there it is. Okay. And time goes on. Queens of Patience. Yeah, we can crack this open. There we go. And we got more fertile soil. Perfect, and it's even close. Even more perfect. Yeah, let's just stick you right into the middle there. So, it might be good to... Yeah, I'm probably going to drop my woodcutters. I don't have that many. And I'm burning through wood. But we'll see. We'll see what we can do. I mainly want to just test this out to show you guys what we can do with packs of luxury goods. So far we've created 6. Let's see how many we can make through the winter, through the storm. I want these guys to continue working. The humans. Look at that. We even have a really good... and this can sometimes pop up that you'll have an order, and yeah, we can easily make 20 of those. We already have a bonus for pack of crops, but I do know that I need clothing because clothing is going to be one of my key things. So I'm actually going to grab clothing for now. And oh, perfect. Open glades for resolve bonus. I always grab these. I think they're great. Alright. Let's start completing some orders. We need 10 amber, 5 pack of crops. Yep, good stuff. Oh my goodness, she's not done yet. Okay. I do enjoy taking advantage of this bonus. For when they... like a 20% bonus, something like that. Well, what did we lose? We lost a stone cutter. That's fine. It's just part of the game. Especially when you're playing on higher difficulties. You are gonna lose people. Yeah. We'll take this option here, mainly just because it gives us more people and some more lizards. One thing you'll notice is that the new people that come, they are kind of in the middle. They're like average resolve. So what happens is your overall resolve will actually bump up. So we have 2 lizards here, and look at that, we're already at yellow. I want to go ahead and just use a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take blood price just because at this high of a difficulty, I know I'm gonna lose a few villagers. Either they're gonna leave, or they're gonna die somehow. So we're gonna just take blood price. Yep. It sucks, but that's just the game. Certain difficulties, that's what happens. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right, we're at 16. Pack of luxury goods. Yes, I know. We should have. Yep, we ran out of all of our wood, which is fine. You just want to keep people at least somewhat happy. Where's camp? Okay. There we go. How are these guys doing? Okay, they're still working. So Hilda's almost here. All right, let's see. So again, we had 3 guys, 3 beavers working at this nonstop, right? They used resources that we already had, plant fiber, and wood, which we also have. And let's see what this trades for. Let's see, how many do we have? Oh, we have 2 extra, but that's fine. We're just going to work with the 16 that we have. So let's look at some values, shall we? So 16 pack of luxury goods will give us 29, 30. Let's see here. Yeah. So it'll give us 30 amber, right? Sometimes, so just something for you guys to be aware, you don't always have to overspend. Like I added 1 wood, which is super cheap, just to make this, if you see that, it goes from the red to the green. So 16 pack of luxury goods gives us 30 amber. 30 amber means that we can buy a couple of these perks, which can be extremely strong. Like for instance, this pocket knives perk, right? This is going to give us even more plant fiber. Plant fiber is, of course, one of the things that we need in order to have, in order to create the pack of luxury goods. So not only are we going to be creating vegetables, but because of the bonus that we got from these pack of luxury goods, right? The value of these pack of luxury goods is so strong that we're now essentially going to start paying for itself, because we already have a farm, we're already creating vegetables, we might as well pick up this perk. So let's trade this in. We're going to grab the pocket knives. Ancient sewing technique is good. If I only had a supplier, I will. So another thing to note is I have actually started to buy pottery. So let's see, how much does 50 pottery cost? So 50 pottery is, let's see here. So 50 pottery is, you can kind of see it sticking out right there. 12 and a half amber is 40 pottery. 40 pottery is about 12 and a half amber. So if I have a supplier, I would love to show you, but essentially I can double my amber with a supplier because of the value that pottery has. So I have actually gotten into the habit now of just buying pottery and transforming it into trade goods, because it's so strong. So because it takes two people, and they can probably go through 50 pottery in about 1 year pretty easily, and I would have essentially have doubled my amber with 2 workers, and that amber can then be used for even more awesome things. So here we go. Okay, these guys are growing vegetables. Phenomenal. You know what? We can crack this open. I need to see what's in here. How are we doing on food? We're not doing good on food. Let's buy some food from Sahilda. So now I need to get ready for opening up this glade. For opening up this glade, I know that I need planks, because a lot of glade events require planks. A lot of glade events, most glade events, I would even say, can be solved with simple tools, and food is the other one. So I know that I need some food. So let's just go ahead and have her, have these guys open this up real quick. Let's see here. There we go. And while we still have Sahilda, let's see if they can open this up so we can buy. Guys, come on. Not that one. Come on. Crack it open. Crack it open. Okay, so what do we got? 2 sealed vaults. Oh, 1 open vault and 1 sealed vault. So sealed vault kills every living being in a 10-yard radius, so that's not good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so right about the edge of this farm. Funny thing is, we actually don't have enough planks for this. We had 20. Where did they go? I'm so confused. Where could 20 planks have gone? Very strange. I don't know. So we're gonna start with this open vault. And everybody pull them off of there. So yeah, as you can see, I can actually use simple tools to solve this. So we're gonna go ahead and go with that. I need 6 simple tools or 14. So funny thing is, so like, let's look at the trade, right? I can use 6 planks or 14 planks or 6 simple tools. The funny thing is, I can use 6 of these because it's almost the same value as the trade that I'm getting for the simple tools. And there's nothing else that you really need simple tools for except for opening these glades up and being ready for their events. So all of these little bonuses that we have here. All right. Okay, we got that. We got a smelter. We've got copper vein times 7, which really just means we have copper vein times 4. 2 big reed fields and stormbird nest egg. Okay, that's pretty much everything. That's nice. Not the most amazing of things. I want to go ahead and deliver this. Okay. I need an extra worker. We'll take the lizard from here. There we go. Go ahead and investigate that. But yeah, so that is kind of, I hope it'll show you guys. I'm gonna go one more year, and hopefully, and I'll probably just go ahead and end the video there, just because there's no real need to describe anything more. But that's essentially the value of trade, is that I took these trade goods, these things that are really, really nice, and bought things that I couldn't otherwise afford to get. So essentially, Sahilda is this, she is essentially a factory for me to make goods that I can't make, if that makes sense. And that's basically how I treat that. There we go, supplier. Perfect. Okay, now I can really show the value of a supplier. Okay. Phenomenal. Supplier. Gosh, am I even going to use a smelter? Well, I'll rebuild it, but we'll see. But essentially, we're going to start going for this clay line here. In fact, I'm going to start trading amber, because I'm going to show you just how strong this is. That I'm actually going to make my amber back by doing this. That I am lacking those, of course, wood, but that's because I'm really doing a poor job of utilizing my resources when it comes to wood. When I have this many, I usually don't have this many working in the carpenter. Plus I have these guys working in the lumber mill. I am just absolutely burning through wood right now. Yeah. Great thing is that both of these vaults are going to give us a lot of ancient tablets, and those are worth quite a bit too. Oh, that's right. Alright, supplier is almost ready. So let's have a look here. I think we can. I'm gonna go ahead and make this just a little bit less. I feel like this is just way too many. Okay. Fabric. We do need fabric. Let's go with 20. Okay. So pottery. I'm gonna shoot you guys some numbers here. So clay, I need 3 clay and wood, which again, wood we have, you know, a whole map full of, will give us 5 pottery. It takes 4 pottery to make 2 pack of trade goods. 1 pack of trade goods is about 1.25 amber. So four packs of trade goods is about 5 amber. So what that means is, if we multiply this 5 times 4, it's going to give us 20, right? If we do this math, we're going to have, if we do this 4 times, if we make pottery 4 times, it's going to require 12 clay. And we are getting almost 12 clay per minute. Okay, so we're almost getting 12 clay per minute, which means that if we have this trade route going, which we're paying amber for, we're going to get more than enough clay that we need, because it takes a minute just to utilize from 2 people, right? If we put 2 people into here, it's going to take 1 minute for them to use 6, which means that every minute we're making an excess, we're storing an excess of 4 clay. So every minute we're creating 10 pottery, which means that in 2 minutes, right, which means that, before even the storm is going to start, we can make 20 pottery. 20 pottery is then able to be as 10 packs of trade goods. 10 packs of trade goods is the equivalent of 12 amber or thereabouts, which means that every minute and a half we are making 12 amber for the price of 1 amber of clay. What it's requiring is people work. But what that means is, now that we have 12 amber, that means that every minute, every 2 minutes, we're making 12 amber, right? So this would be about every 3 minutes, which means every season, I would say, every season we're making about 12 amber, which means if this is working nonstop, in a year you're going to make about 36 amber. That 36 amber you can then use for other things, like, for instance, food products or perks or bonuses and all of that kind of good stuff. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do. We're going to go ahead and let this run. I'm going to set this at 30. I'm going to set this at 100. And we're going to see what they do. We're going to see if we're going to have the value, if we can support that. So, yep. You know what? We're actually going to go ahead and take these guys off for now, because I want to show the value of, what are they called? I want to show the value of the trade goods. There we go. That's the name of them. And yeah, go ahead and finish that. Send them in. And gosh, the one thing that I want here is I want a makeshift hearth. Right there. Alright, this is just me being a little bit anal. Are we almost at the point? Okay, perfect. Almost got our pack of crops. Pack of crops are also extremely strong. So, pack of crop is worth a little bit less than 1 amber. So what that means is I'm essentially transforming, with this trade, I'm transforming 6 grain into about 2.7 amber, right about there. So that means that instead of utilizing this grain for something else, I could trade it in for something better. And this is happening because I have this +1 perk. So, yeah. Gosh, what do I want? Human happiness is good. Have enough housing? We don't have enough housing. Oh gosh, we need housing. So, yeah. I apologize, I'm not playing as optimally as I really should. And come off, there we go. Just because I really want this video to be more about showing the power of trade, and kind of I want to discuss with you guys the power of trade. So, you know what, I don't need fabric. Okay, so let's see what these guys can do through the storm. Probably gonna lose some humans because they're already so low on resolve. And I really... Well, maybe we can stick a... Sorry. It's okay. Maybe we can get our resolve down, but no, it's probably not going to happen. We're probably going to be, unfortunately, losing some humans. Oh, that's right. The other sad thing is that we don't have any clothing yet, so... Although we probably could as soon as we drop off some of these orders. Now we're going to lose some people here. And... let's see if we can at least alleviate our problem somewhat with the construction of this makeshift hearth. Unfortunately, the makeshift hearth is going to burn more fuel. But... yeah. The problem is keeping humans and lizards is hard because they require complex food. And complex food is, well, it's hard to get, especially in the early game. Okay, well, one thing we're definitely not going to have. And yeah, their resiliency is just absolute garbage, unfortunately. It just is. We lost some more people. Let's see if we can go down to 0. That way we're not losing any beavers. Yeah, we're almost out of... we're going to burn some wood, get our resolve up just a little bit, and the storm is going to end. Sahilda will come. There's my coats. Perfect. Let's see here. Humans or lizards? I need humans. Okay. Alright, so we lost a couple folks. That's okay. The main point of this is that I just want to show the power of trade packs, and hopefully we can get a few. Okay, good. Sahilda will take a little bit of time, and these guys can make some more. How much pottery do I have? I've got a lot of pottery. Let's have them not make the pottery for now. In some regards, I would even say that you can actually not necessarily support an economy, but definitely have a decent enough economy where you are running just on things like trade goods and things like that. Okay, what we really need is we need some blueprints. We need to make humans happy. There's my clothier, perfect. But I'm actually gonna grab the brewery. So when an option like this happens, the reason why, so I have the clothier, but the reason why I'm not picking the clothier is just because we did just get this perk for 5 coats per minute. So this cornerstone is pretty solid. It'll help our beavers and humans stay a bit more happy. And what I can do with the brewery is I can essentially cook what is it called? Mush soup. You can make mush soup with it. So yeah, let's see what else we can do here. Hilda has arrived. We have... let's go ahead and just drop off these goods. And okay, so let's see what 12. Let's see what. So we might, you know, I don't know how much time we had. We had a full storm and then some to get some. Now, one of the other things I need to mention: anytime that you can make this even better, anything to increase this is extremely strong. So, for instance, there is an order that you can get that makes it so that you can create where's that, packs of trade goods at the makeshift post, and it also gives the makeshift post a 50% bonus. So what that means is you're essentially taking 4 pottery and making it into 3 pack of trade goods. Extremely strong. All right, let's have a look here. Again, you know, I'm running low on wood because I'm burning through a lot of it to make things like pottery, doing things like that. I would normally play it a little bit less crazy than this. I'm just doing this just to kind of show you guys some of the values. So here we go. Well, we have 54 amber because we traded in. We turned in a couple of these. What are they called? Orders. But let's have a look here. So how many? Where is it at? We got pack of. So how many is 12 pack of trade good worth? Now these are just the regular ones. They are worth Yeah, it's 15, and let's add 1 wood. We don't have one. Let's add red. Okay, 1. There we go. We have tons of grain. So essentially, they're just a hair more than 15 amber. So 12 pack of trade goods is just a little more than 15 amber. Let's see what let's see what we can get with this, which means that we could get almost, yeah, we can get almost 80 insects from this. How long would it take to collect 80 insects from one camp, right? That's probably like a year's worth for you to do that. And you can get that with 12 pack of trade goods. Insects are really helpful if you have the smokehouse or something like that in order to make a religion. Um, you can trade 12 trade goods. So here we go. So let's look at the value of trade goods to get more pottery. So we can, all right, let's add 1. There we go. So we are trading 10 pack of trade goods for 50 pottery. Okay, so this is the trade that we're making. So then what we're going to do is we're going to take every 30 seconds, they're going to take this pottery. I'm going to round it up just so at 50 essentially. What that means is, let me grab my handy dandy calculator here. So 50 divided by 4 is 12 and a half, which means that we can do 12 and a half of these, packs of trade goods, right? And we need to do it 30 seconds each, which means 12 and a half divided by 30 seconds is 6 minutes. So in about 6 minutes, which is about 2 seasons, we can do this 12 and a half times, which means we would have 24, or we would actually have 25 pack of trade goods. So in 2.5 seasons, we can essentially double the pack of trade goods that we have by buying this pottery. So this is a great way. So you have a couple of, villagers, and they just do this. And again, that is worth the equivalent of about 15 amber. Oops, amber. So 15 amber can get you more of this pocket knives bonus. It can get you more reinforced needles. It can get you more, mold supplies. It can give you the berries that you need if you're starving, things like that. Let's look at the value of pack of crop. So 1 pack of crop is just a little, yeah, so it's just about a hair less than 1 amber. So that means that when you're making this little trade here at the makeshift post, right, which is a not an ideal place to make pack of crops, you are still trading 6 grain for 3 amber. If we look at this, 6 grain, yeah, it's not even close. 1 amber is equal to 11 grain. So you're essentially doubling your money. So this is a great way to utilize the resources that you have in abundance. What'll happen is when you have a bonus, like for instance this grain bags perk, and you start really rolling in the grain, put up a couple of makeshift posts. You're going to have a few extra workers, set them down to trade. Now, I will say that, this is especially valuable for people that are going to be on the trade block modifier, on the overmap. You don't have access to this. So getting into a rhythm of always having a trader can be bad, because you will get stuck in this mindset of, oh, there's always going to be available things. There's always going to be something available. So I haven't really even looked at what is the cities that are available to me, just because I'm winning this game pretty handily. Most of my orders are going to be completed, which means that I already have 1, 2, 3 reputation. Some of it is, of course, from Glade events, but I have 3 more reputation that I can get because of completed orders, and so things like that. But these completed orders are, again, being helped because I am utilizing my trade. I'm utilizing resources like this. And again, I stopped the production of my pack of luxury goods. And so here, let's see, I can buy so five pack of luxury goods is going to give me 30 planks. So here I already used wood. I used 5 wood, right? And plus plant fiber. And again, Plant fiber we're going to have a whole bunch of because we're going to be getting free plant fiber for all of the um, vegetables that we're growing because we bought a perk, because we had the money, because we used the trader in a previous year. So this is a really great snowball mechanic that can really help a player, help you to, get these perks because these perks are so valuable. Like I'm going to get this pocket knives perk, right? So what this means is that I am getting 8 plant fiber for every 10 vegetables, which means we're going to get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, which means we're going to get, what is that? Yeah, it's about 10. We're going to get 10 plant fiber from these vegetables right here. And plant fiber is going to be the equivalent of 6 more pack of luxury goods. 6 packs of luxury goods is worth about 11 amber. Let's see, 12 amber? Well, we'll say about 11 and a half amber. So 6 pack of luxury goods is worth about 11 and a half amber. So that means that 11 and a half amber I got in this one little bonus right here from this one harvest in this one year is almost paying for this pocket knives. This pocket knives cost 17 amber, and it almost paid for itself in 1 year because I'm going to utilize it to have this training gear built. I mean, I could make another carpenter. I could make 2 carpenters. If you have access, so for instance, one of the really useful things you can do is if you have this grain bags perk, which is amazing, and you have a couple of farms, and you really start rolling in the grain, I would say, you don't even need to grow things like vegetables. What you can do is you can actually grow a bunch of grain, and then you can buy all of the berries and the insects and the herbs and everything like that. And if you have something like an herbalist camp or you have something like a brewery right here, you just simply use that to make your complex food because the value of it is so strong. Um, but yeah, I know I've kind of rambled on a little bit long. I apologize. Again, if you guys have any questions, please let me know. I just wanted to kind of show and highlight the value of trade goods, how strong it can be, how you can really snowball everything. I'm just going to buy this moldy grain. I'm also going to buy reinforced needles. I'm buying all these perks, and I was able to buy all these perks, while running a pretty bad economy, to be honest. I'm not playing ideally at all. I'm not really doing what I need to be doing, all because of utilizing the power of trade. Okay, guys, hope you enjoyed.